Frosty, the troll man, brought a big old bag of gas. And he thought I was gonna pay for it, but I took it and whooped his ass.
We were drinking beer all damn day, right? And then I pull out this lactose-free jug of what you thought was milk. And you were like, dude, are you about to drink that? I was like, no, it's ice, bro. And you're like, fuck, I was about to have to call someone. Like, it's me. It's a cracker.
Pumping out One Piece.
Oda's he's not fucking around. That son of a bitch.
He saw the success with the, because usually live action shit doesn't do well.
You didn't fuck with Lincoln Logs as a kid?
I mean, for 10 years in a row, bro, like I got enough. Fuck. That's a lot of years of
cache of logs over here.
None of them were opened. And that's live instrumentation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's right here in front of me. For some fucking reason, my mother always gets us, all of us, batteries.
What do you mean batteries?
Like AA batteries, AAA batteries, just fucking gives us batteries, dude. And like
sometimes I beat my meat to some that's such a feat. Yeah, so do it with the feet. I shoot and ski. No shake my hand or reach. I'll flow the beats. I go to sleep and show my reach. Ask for treats. Silent sweep. Fill my wrath of peace. It's my greed. Spinning round my head. Go Fred. Leave it red. Made it red. All the blood I bled. All the blood I'm breaking bread. Through a flood and now I'm dead. Hear a thud. It's time to shed. My outer shell went through a living hell. Now I'm here to dwell in my cell. Steady yells. All that you can spell. Made of a depressing cell. Haven't reached my perfect cell. Powered up. I don't feel well. Throwing up. I'm a fucking tell. Bitch, you beat my meat. Then I go right to sleep.
This is about to be a gangster ass. What is that?
Some goodies.
No. That's tobacco.
Yeah. Crackane.
But anyway, without any further ado, welcome, dude. I think it's episode number 113.
Yeah.
The Ladsmas special, either 3.0 or 4.0. I fucking last time I forgot. This time I forgot again. I don't know. I started it 2020, so this would be the third one. Yeah, third one.
Yeah, you did Christmas 2020.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Whatever it is, 3 or 4. You're getting it anyway. It's going to be all up in your fucking face because this Ladsmas special is a music-oriented one. We're going to have the Grant's Basement, which is including a whole bunch of musical talent. We actually have a live instrumentation of a rendition of a Paul McCartney classic Christmas song that everybody hates.
Is that what he's playing?
But we're going to play it anyway.
Okay.
On loop.
Oh, God.
The whole podcast, 1 hour long.
No. You know what? I got to go, actually. Hang on.
You know what? Next week.
Yeah.
We'll pick the lemons next week. But speaking of lemons, we're going to show a lemon video. We picked the lemon tree that we've been talking about forever.
Shit.
And this intro is all over the place. So I'm going to ground myself. And then we're just going to play the classic intro before we go with the Dak Attack and Maggot Bag to Sack. And like I said, with the music, with the live music at the end, will be played by a special guest that I'll announce a little bit later in the podcast. I might have it in the description, so go ahead and search for it if you can. I might put it in the tag somewhere hidden. If not, shut up. But a live instrumental at the end, Dak Attack, Maggot Bag to Sack in the front. Let's go with the original intro, though. I can't not do it every day.
Like twice. I can't sleep if I don't.
Yeah, dude. I'm just gonna get a taste of it. If I wake up and I forgot to beat my meat, I'll beat my meat and go back to sleep.
Sometimes I beat my meat to some that's such a feat. Yeah, do it with the feet.
Oh, that's so good.
No shake my hand.
I was listening to my my older music, like 2019. I came out with that Broke Angst album, and I was just paying attention to my ad libs. I'm like, bro, I was so gone doing those ad libs, bro. I don't even sound like a human being.
Word.
Okay, that's enough of that. Y'all have heard that enough.
Oh, what? That fucking shit goes hard.
Well, you know what everybody is seeing though, like in post production. I play this, but right before this, like in the actual video, is like the intro clip. So like they hear it 2 times.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. If you watch the full one, yeah.
Yeah. y'all been hearing it twice for like 100 episodes.
Drilling it down, dude. We are drilling it down.
How do you keep it even? And now I'm fucking reeling. Okay, that's enough. Now we're gonna play
Got me back to dealing.
I kind of fuck with this part.
Dude, it goes hard as hell.
I can hear you squealing, now it's spinning round my head.
Fuck a Fred, leave it red, made it red. All the blood I bled, all the butter breaking bread. Through a flood and now I'm dead. Shout out 2016.
My outer showing through a living hell.
Really?
Now I'm
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Steady yells, all that you can spell. Made of a depressing
So you didn't record this in 2016, did you?
No,
Oh, it's
I recorded it. That'd be fucking crazy.
7 years, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Old co-host Morgan, shout out. Perfect. Now, the Deck Attack Mega Back second, I'm just going to review what we're going on to, and then we're going to go right into the Grant's Basement. The musical talent that is about to be portrayed in this Grant's Basement. We actually have a contender with HARRYMACK that I haven't featured in a while. Definitely haven't since JP has become co-host. So it's gonna be a wild ride, bro. But anyway, Deck Attack Mega Back Attack, Vaporpunk. I don't really have that much to review, to be honest. I just really like this intro.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, dude. You know what I did last year for, I think it was 2 years ago. We had, you know the movie Elf?
Yeah.
Where he
absolutely.
puts the whole, that concoction that he puts with the spaghetti, the sweet spaghetti with the syrup. Me and Morgan made that, like, ingredient by ingredient, and we ate it.
Yeah.
Well, I took a bite.
I was.
Bruh, you know how I can't, like, stomach sugary things, but I
Yeah.
went for it, or it made me gag immediately.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's
that.
disgusting. Like, if you mix all of that, dude,
It's foul, bro.
it's disgusting. Spaghetti is not meant for syrup, fucking Hershey Kisses.
I
Like,
still look. There's a lot of people that I personally know that prefer to have sugar added to their spaghetti when it's made. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that's disgusing, but I certainly would never do that.
well, in very, very small amounts, yeah. But some people overdo it to where
Yeah.
it's like
like it's
not
piled
even.
up on top, and then they mix it. And it's like no.
I'm talking about like you dashing it in.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Yeah.
I've seen people put like, I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I gotta call someone right quick. Oh my God, I was talking to a friend of mine about. Remember when we were out on the boat and I used that half-gallon carton frozen block? It was milk previously, but I put water in it to freeze it to keep the bait cold.
Yeah.
We were drinking beer all damn day, right? And then I pull out this lactose-free jug of what you thought was milk, and you were like, dude, are you about to drink that? I was like, no, it's ice, bro. And you're like, fuck, I was about to have to call someone, dude. You've been drinking beer all day. All of a sudden, he busts out some fucking milk. Like, what the hell? Can you imagine?
That would have been if you would have just silently just started chugging the milk like after drinking that beer.
Please
If
take
I
me
did
home.
that,
Oh, dude.
if I took a gulp out of like half or like whole milk,
Whole milk, yeah.
after drinking a bunch, I am immediately projectile vomiting.
Yeah. No,
That's
dude.
fucking gross, bro.
Dude, the look of shock in your eyes were like, what is that? Are you gonna? And I was like, no, it's just ice, bro. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
shit.
dude. I'm a head out.
Yeah.
I'm not even
just
gonna wait for you to
swim
bring.
back.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm swim. I'm jumping.
Fucking hitchhike on 61 to get home.
You just see me like treading water, and I'm just doing this.
Fuck that island. I'm out of here. Oh, it was Caleb. That was Caleb I was talking to about that. Because he and I both, we drink milk with our protein shakes, right?
Yeah, me too.
And I told him how you saw me bust out the fucking carton of milk, and you were like, dude. I was like, no, it's to keep the shit frozen. You're like, oh,
He's like, yeah, we have a serial killer on our hands.
oh, yeah. No, that would definitely put me in the plausible category of being a serial murderer. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw us off there, but I was just remembering that. It was funny as fuck. Dude,
No,
you were
that
like,
was
I might have
great.
to call somebody. Get the fucking National Guard out here, fucking contain this man.
Yeah, usually shit is like a power move, but at that point, that's just
Sadistic move.
That's sadistic, bro. That's straight up fucked up.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, if
Oh,
you ever catch
man.
me doing that, dispose of me. Like if
I
I'm ever out drinking, I'm just like, I need milk.
He's like, yeah,
No.
bartender, run me up a glass.
Can you-
A glass of what? A glass of what? Your finest milk.
Frozen cold milk, please. Oh God.
Put some ice cubes in it too.
Sir, you've been drinking Jaeger bombs all night. You want milk? Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I can stomach another Jaeger bomb after the amount of Jaeger bombs I used to drink.
Yeah.
I used to put them down, man.
Yeah, I believe it. That's awesome.
That used to be my drink of choice.
Word up.
I really like the taste.
It takes balls.
Mainly because of the Red Bull. Like it masked the
right.
taste of it so well.
Right. Yeah, I could.
Straight up Jaeger, no. It's like
can't-
medicine.
I can't even do that anymore. I'm so sensitive to caffeine. If I tried a Jaeger bomb, I would be like, I would feel cooked out.
Yeah.
You know, it would not be good. Yeah.
That and the fucking sugar too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet they better have sugar-free Red Bull if I'm doing it.
And then a gallon of milk on the side.
A gallon.
All right, we're gonna go right into the Grant's basement, and then we're gonna have a battle for the freestyle god between these first three videos. I threw in a bonus one of the next contender. But before we go through anything,
Spell red.
What? LSTER.
amazing. Thank you, Beat. All right, let's continue. Or let's start.
Yeah, he's most definitely a producer. I'm already knowing. I can tell by the camera, and he got an XLR mic. I know he's a producer.
I picked this one because the last one, I didn't have a reaction that I really thought that he deserved. So this
Like
is from the video that we watched last time.
Help me out, man, because I'm gonna improvise. So can I get 3 of the most creative, challenging words you can think of?
Oh man, hold on.
Penis, milk,
Hold on, I gotta
Jaeger.
really think about this one.
Dude,
Yes.
All right,
that's my
actually,
first
we'll
3
go-
choices.
Yeah, that'd be some good ones.
Kobe, yep.
If I ever see Harry Mack.
Table,
What else? What else?
Oh, dude, Rip
Jack,
Omegle, by the way.
if
Jack.
you make
He got
a
shut down?
freestyle
You know it's
out
going
of those
away?
3 words,
No.
It's going away.
I don't know, bro.
Because-
I don't know what to tell you.
Probably
I
male
don't know.
penis.
All right,
Yeah,
this is-
yeah,
this is
just like
going
chat
on
roulette,
YouTube,
bro.
So you can't let them down. If you
Okay.
let everybody down,
Rip.
this is your time to
Look
shine.
at it. He's putting him on the spot, bro.
Okay, understood, man. Well, I'm a little nervous now, but we're gonna do our best. Kobe,
He doesn't give a fuck.
table,
I'm
and jacket.
nervous.
Those are the words.
He's like,
right?
whatever, dude.
All right, you ready?
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Let's go. Okay.
This beat is so
Yeah.
fucking funky, bro. Bam, bam.
Okay. Yeah. Me compared to other artists is night and day. The beat drops and your head nods right away. H-Mack really out here spitting the flames. I never write it, I recite it off the tip of the brain. Yeah, all across the planet, I'm certain that they know me. Trying to be the greatest in the game like Kobe. For me to mention his name, it's an honor. H-Mack put in practice like Black Mamba. Yeah, peace to all the fans who support. Y'all know I'ma hold it down on the court. Yeah, y'all know Mack has never been a faker.
That's for real me.
I'ma move like
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant on the
I'd be crying.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Move major, I'ma bring the funk.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be hyped. I'd be crying, like emotional.
Yeah,
But dude, you mean so much to me.
It's like I'm playing basketball every time I'm rapping. Yeah, I get loose with the style.
I heard
Rappers
that
hella flagrant
swish
with that
he added.
foul.
Yeah.
I'ma break it down cause my freestyle's fatal. If you wanna sign me, put some money on the table. Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. That's too fucking good.
Crazy sound. I'm a master god. Takes the headphones off. He's only hearing half the bars. Yeah, y'all know I'ma let the thunder spray. You put your headphones on the table and then you run away. H-Mack, man, you know my flow fatal. Money on the
Can't even
table.
believe
Y'all
it.
know I'm
He's-
about
he's
to
so
stay
frustrated.
stable. And y'all know I be steady rapping like Knights of the Round Table. That's how we attacking.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
But we ain't
that was
using
dope.
swords and shields. We be using freestyle lyrics that's more than real. Listen, I be locked in the zone. Oh my God, off the top of the dome. Yeah, y'all know they love how I'm rapping. See this right here, I be needing this reaction. I got your jaws dropped. When I'm rhyming, I'm keeping you focused. For other MCs that
Dude,
try to
he's
beat me, shit is
tripping
hopeless. Yeah,
out.
y'all know I got flavor and I pack it. Rappers wanna bite from me, they try to jack it. Yeah, H-Mack, check how I perform. Something like a jacket, how I'm keeping you warm. And y'all know they not attacking us. I'm about to fuck up the game, y'all know I jack it up. And y'all know I got words, I move so fast that my vision look like a blur. Yeah, mad different flavors, yo, that's what I stir. I keep the beat warm, something like a jacket of fur. Yeah, H-Mack coming off the top and I'm deadly. I keep it hot like a jacket that's heavy. Yeah, and when I spit
He's like,
they
dude,
love how I'm
stop.
flowing. He throws the headphones off like he keeps on going. Yeah, I be on the mic reporting. I said Kobe, but I'm feeling like I'm Michael Jordan. Y'all know my lyrics get you lifted like weed. Every time I rap, this is the reaction I need. Let's go.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Nah,
Come
ain't
on,
lying,
bro.
nah. No troll. All jokes aside, bruh. You making me feel like you on Juice World level. The way you ain't stopped, you ain't paused, you kept going.
That's some
I'm finna
shit,
tell
bro.
Is this the same?
That's a
Yeah.
compliment.
God, he's got already so many sold out. Son of a bitch.
He's a maniac, bro. I would love to go to one of his shows, man, just to see him freestyle that shit.
Oh, New Orleans.
It's sold out,
Sold out. House of Blues, New Orleans. Fuck.
dude. There has to be some way to get tickets. When is that?
March
already-
31st. This
Oh,
is for
shit.
2024,
Oh.
dude.
No,
Oh,
it's
no, this
23.
is last
Shit,
year.
shit.
It already passed. Damn it. Okay, that makes
We'll
sense.
put up the 2024 version
I'm sure
right here.
he's got another one coming.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, dude, he's selling out.
Oh my God.
Even if I were to sell out one venue, I'm like, you know what? I'm having another one next year. It gives me motivation. But now it's time to introduce another one. Will Harry Mack be dethroned by Blind Fury? He's legitimately blind, and he's a legend. So let's hear him.
I've never even seen this guy.
Hey. Hey, look.
He throws funny shit in there too.
We gonna do this. I got you. I just gotta get in my bop. I mean,
Get in your bop, bro.
hey, look. Look it.
Let's go.
I rap, sing, do my writing and recording, bang the same track from night until the morning, until I find some motherfucking bars that I feel like might make a motherfucker feel real tight. Get the likes up, I'ma turn the mics up. When I hit the bar later on, we get to fight sluts. Grab them on their right butts, left butt, front butt, back butt, that's what's up. See, I get up in my zone, I be twisting up a swisher when I'm spitting cause I'm stoned. Yeah, I smell like my cologne, and so does your bitch. She blowing my dick, you know that I'm rich. I'm talking shit like, I spit a lot of rhyming words, got a lot of shiny herbs that I put up in my motherfucking grinder. I'm not a snake, don't call me a sidewinder, but you better put on your damn blinders. Bitch, I'm fury, and I don't walk around town with no goddamn jury. I just be drinking till my vision's blurry. Actually, I can't see, so I'm still blind fury, yeah.
Dude.
And I was on the TV, got a bunch of streams out, don't buy my CD, cause I won't get money off the hard copies. People like Steven, yo, you are cocky. Well, I'm a walking, talking brontosaurus, whose mama's real name is Wanda Norris. I'm retarded with all of the bars that I recorded. Motherfuckers say that I'm the dopest rhyming artist, yeah. Regardless, I'm fresh, freshy, weshy. Motherfuckers say that my cousin Vinny really is Joe Pesci. I drink on Pepsi, no Coke, so don't test me what I think about Gretzky. Well, I don't, cause I don't skate, don't play hockey enough, but I might have your girl just rock on my puck and swallow my nuts, and then she wanna gobble it up. Yo, follow me cause I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram, make you drink liquor. If you drink that, it'll get you drunk quicker. I'm a dope spitter.
Where's this dude from?
I'm telling you, I don't know where he's from.
The fuck?
Take a nap and I came to rap. What's up?
Yeah.
Dude, he kind of had like this country twang in his
Yeah,
accent.
yeah. He's, I would imagine
Like
somewhere.
some white trash hillbilly rapper.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's blind.
White trash, blind, hillbilly, freestyle genius. And I got a treat for us. Since it is Ladsmas and everything, it's Blind Fury on a Christmas freestyle.
Just play one.
Look at him.
Are you ready for this one?
Hey, man.
Frosty the Dro Man. No.
Frosty the Dro Man brought a big old bag of gas, and he thought I was gonna pay for it, but I took it and whooped his ass. Frosty the Dro Man had to get back in his car, but I kept his bitch with me, you see, and she rolled up my cigars. Hey, what's up, man? Y'all know what's up, man. I'm just looking for Frosty. I ain't gotta spit no Christmas rap and shit still gon' sound flossy. I'm saucy than a motherfucker, cause I'm chillin' with my dogs. And I get it poppin', yes, I'm hoppin' like a DMT frog. Hey, I got my man Doug, and I'm rollin' nugs every damn day, but I quit doing drugs. I'ma drink a beer, let me go and pop the cap. Show you motherfuckers where I'm at, it's a fact. South Cackalack, yeah, we got the homie Glory. And T. Keith about to tell y'all the story. No, he's really not, but I'ma keep it hot like chestnuts roasting on the open fire. Y'all, what? That's what I'm gonna say. I gotta smoke weed every damn day, but if I ain't got no money, can't pay, let me show y'all what I say.
Hey,
Frosty
the Dro Man
had a big old
bag of gas,
and he thought I was gonna pay for it, but I jumped out and
whooped his ass.
Hey, Frosty. Shit was hard, right?
I was holding a beer, dude. I love it. Shit was hard, right? Clutching a fucking beer. That's
They
awesome.
do like live streams where they just like fucking put on a beat and just shoot the shit, drink beer,
Get
and just
fucked
freestyle.
up and chill out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's up. That's how you do it, man. That's how that free flowing fucking creative juices and shit.
Dude, he's a fucking legend, man. And so what I have up next, I'm a do a little intro. You remember the SpongeBob raps?
Oh fuck yeah!
This is
Changed my life forever.
This is the finale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait,
He put out the
they were
finale.
battling back and forth. You
Yeah,
mean?
so
Okay.
there it's like an Avengers type thing where everybody's gathering forces and fighting against Plankton.
Oh fuck yes.
Glorb has put out another fucking classic.
All right, here we go.
Let's go for it. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Is that Karen?
That's Karen.
Yeah. Yeah, there she goes.
Sonic Boom. That's fucking Pearl. Oh wait, no, that's the Alaskan
Alaskan
Bullworm.
bullworm.
Look at Gary, bro. Gary.
Okay, let's get in that bag. We spinning that black for crabs. Let's see if that Mack bitch gags.
Sexy choked on dick, VP's on both my wrists. I was in the chump bucket, now I'm out in on my shit.
Hit the bitch with a block emoji. Turn banged in a guacamole. Can't hurt me, I'm with my OGs. Can't hurt me, Sandy LP.
Shit, told him fist and fist, with a packet at the
Dude, they're killing people.
Yeah.
asking where the credit.
Oh, that's me.
Done all my hit fucking
Me.
but they need that chopper with my team. Oh, know me, boys. You've done it now. You are fucked.
Oh shit.
The most legendary video on the internet.
When I hit the return it title. Gary is my shadow, bitch. You go wherever I go.
Gary hit him with the.
Gary hit him with the. I'm a stone face killer like my motherfucking house is.
Damn. So hard. Look at him, dude. He's gunning down people.
You know the crab like money.
Know the spines like fun.
Know the store keeps shining.
Know the squid light's gone.
What we all got in common when the shit's said and done is a dead fucking road cheddar city that we run. That's why the beam of my eyes grow. Sipping hella lean, smoking.
This is Avengers level shit, bro.
Hit the return it title. Gary is my shadow, bitch. You go wherever I go.
Gary hit him with the.
Was that him meowing in the back?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Amazing. He did it again, bro. Like from the animation to the music.
Dude, I know. the
Like I know
animation's
it's
incredible.
I know it's like people look at it and they're like, "Oh, someone's spending all their time on this." But dude, this is an artistic genius. He's
Yeah.
making fucking bank off of this, I bet, bro.
Yeah, he needs to work it for off the air. Have you seen that yet?
Dude, no. I told you I'm saving it for you. We got a trip on a whole
That's
you
very
know,
sweet.
You know what I'm talking about. A whole sack of shrooms.
Okay.
And then the whole marathon.
Oh my god.
No breaks.
I have an 11 episode play. Oh, I told you on my YouTube channel. I have an 11 episode playlist that I just watched through.
It's like the full episode on YouTube.
Well, yeah, the full
It's
episodes.
not broken up or anything.
The full
Oh, damn.
episodes are only like 11, 12 minutes. So like
I
my
guess
my
YouTube can't
11 my 11 episode playlist is like an hour and 20 minutes at the most.
Mm.
You know, if not even that, really, it's like an hour and 10.
Damn, I'm surprised YouTube hasn't like found a way to fuck you on that.
No, it's for adult. It's from Adult Swim's channel.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's their shit. Yeah, yeah.
How many? Like a few million views on each one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So they're like making money off of like putting episodes on there.
Yeah, and they do have a new season that's in the process of coming out.
When's the last time the last season? What?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like some serious work that they put into each of these episodes. Like, each episode takes months and months and months, you know, because we're talking. David Hughes, the guy who invented the concept of the show, he works with individual graphic artists and musical artists to make one scene for one episode. And again, those scenes, they don't run over 90 seconds.
That's fucking.
So like, it takes months just to get one scene down.
I bet the rendering is just.
Retarded.
I wouldn't even.
I've seen some graphic visuals on that show that I did not know there was a computer
that can handle processing
Yeah, it
that
would
type
have to
of
be
shit.
like fucking Watson X from IBM. You know, Watson, the big quantum computer AI thing.
No,
Have you heard of quantum computing?
no.
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah.
What?
You should look up quantum computing. So what it does is it actually uses lost, or what they call entanglements, which can't be defined, to compute these huge problems or generate whatever the hell, and it can do like the work of an entire server farm in seconds.
So it's like AI.
Yes, Watson is the AI interface that allows you to talk to the supercomputer. Watson is the name they gave it.
Oh, okay. So it's like, okay.
Watson went on Jeopardy. Have you ever seen that?
No, dude.
Watson
Hold
went
on.
on
We got
fucking Jeopardy, and he didn't win because he didn't get humor at the time. Now this was like 15 years ago. It was a while ago.
Well, we need to keep it that way.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to feel that shit, bro. They're not supposed to get that.
He was betting like weird amounts. Like it was like $167.17, and he was just like, okay, like that's an interesting number, but all right. Yeah, it was a good. Yeah,
We got to do like a whole segment on that because that's honestly really interesting to me.
yeah. IBM and they're doing some shit, bro. The first people to come up with this, Mitsubishi, Sony, Samsung, IBM, and a few other Asian companies are fighting to be the first to have a functional and accurate quantum computing threshold database. And when that happens, they will have the answers to solve the energy crisis. We'll be able to harness the temperature change in the air to make energy, which will solve global warming. But these are all now we're obviously entering the realm of science fiction, but until someone does do this quantum computing shit, it's going to be, everyone's fighting.
It seems like there's a lot of good possibilities that can come out of if it works the way that people are thinking it's going to work.
Yeah, have you seen Leave the World Behind?
No. Dude, that's been referenced a lot.
Ethan
recently.
Hawke and some other bitch, and then
I gotta remember that. Text me that.
Yeah, Leave the World Behind. It's sort of about what happens when a quantum computer goes awry and realizes that humans are the reason the planet is dying.
Yeah.
So we should take care of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
I'm an Android, so it's all good.
Word, I'm gonna survive. Yeah. All right,
I'm an Android
bullshit.
where it counts.
Enough
You know
of
what
that
I mean?
bullshit. We're just talking about the end of the human race. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all.
Oh man. No, that's good topics. Good topics. So we need to definitely do a segment on that shit though. Next episode.
Quantum computing.
But for this episode, we have a god tier Twitch stream intro by TPain. So you know what Twitch is, obviously.
Yeah.
You go on Twitch, watch streamers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And imagine hearing this intro as soon as you go into a Twitch stream.
It's on VLC.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, boop boop, boop boop, woo! Let go. Look, we about to get it brackin' in this bitch. You just tuned into the latest channel on Twitch, and I am TPain. You know the OG. So when you think of legends, I am one of those kings. Hope please, get on both knees. I'm your host tonight, but feel free to host me. I'm a big brainer. Pro gamer, other channels lame-os. They no namers. 5 subs, 20 subs, 50.
Yeah.
I can't put money in the bank cause it won't fit in. I stay loyal to my royals and you know I can't switch. Take the trash outside.
Better get out my face, bitch. That's what's up.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, that's what's up.
Get ready.
Hey, that's what. Let's go, check.
Bruh.
He's hype, bro.
Yeah, he
Imagine.
is.
I can imagine the flood of chats that are going. It's like
WWW.
fire. Yeah, WW fire. Holy fuck. I'm so hyped. I'm punching my computer right now. I'm running through a wall right now. I'd run through a wall for TPain, bro. Let's go, chat.
That was
Hey,
dope, dude.
hey.
Was that
Oh,
that was the
man.
very beginning? Like that's how he starts this shit?
Not like every time, but this was an intro that he did before.
Jesus Christ.
That would be. Oh man, that would be God.
I'm glad to see TPain still out here fucking shit up. That's good.
Yeah, he's like I don't know about like this year, but last year I remember seeing a lot of clips from him on his own Twitch stream, just like shooting the shit with other rappers and like playing video games.
Nice.
Just like talking about industry and shit.
Good.
It's like a podcast / like gaming thing.
He used to be on like every song I listened to growing up.
Dude, and he
it
actually
wasn't
has
his
a
song.
phenomenal voice, like without autotune. So that's what
Can
makes him
sing.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
He has a voice without autotune, and he puts autotune to make that voice better, or I guess
enhance it.
Yeah, enhance it, or if you will, because I like a lot of songs that he sings without it.
Yeah.
Because he's like freestyled and just like sang one of his songs without any auto tune. He's just like doing it on the stream. Dude, he's got so much fucking heart and soul in his voice, bro. It's amazing.
Fucking TPain.
Let's go to the next one. I don't know what this one is. It might just be a break. Oh wait, pause this. So this is in a New York subway, and I just love the atmosphere of this.
Oh, yeah.
So just listen to what's going on in the background, and then just listen to the beautiful sounds of the saxophone.
They're fighting back there. For some money. Somebody in there playing bass too.
Dude, it's like a 90s rap skit, like an intro to a song.
Look at this dude.
Just calmly playing the fucking sax, bro.
What the fuck,
Alright,
you know?
and now it's just gonna go downhill from here. We got 2 more videos.
Is it cringe?
Maybe not.
Come on, bro. Look,
Just walking no regular now.
just walking up regular.
This is just a classic. I gotta put it back on here.
And just make sure you don't fucking step over the laser. Jump over the laser.
Oh, I can already guess what's gonna happen.
Go. Jump over the laser.
Dude, you were not even close to clearing anything.
Dude, fucked up the garage door. You saw that dent he left on it? Oh my
Dude, he
God.
ran head first into it. Didn't even try. God damn, man.
He was fucked up.
Oh, man. And now for the ending of Grant's Basement.
Ladsmas to tell you what I want for Christmas this year.
I'm on the process of ready to cut this shit off. Believe it or not.
Y'all were in for a ride.
You lost a few pounds, huh?
Oh yeah, well, I'm on a diet.
Oh, there it is. No more milk and cookies.
I gotta save stuff for the deer.
Yeah.
And I'll wait for Christmas for the milk and cookies.
I'll leave a carrot out this year, huh?
That or a veggie tray.
There it is.
Dude, he's going back and forth.
Some
I
hummus?
have the option.
Uh-huh.
What a guy.
I get that a lot though.
Yeah, I bet you do. How's the missus?
Good.
Yeah?
She's at home. She's knitting right now.
She's knitting the stockings.
Yeah, she's knitting.
Oh,
Yeah, I just
well,
came
have
from
a
some
seat.
light
I'll
bulbs.
sit on your lap.
The fucking laughs, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you're feeding him, man. You gotta back away.
Well, pickle by sphincter. I got you a drink, sir.
What is it?
Pickled sphincter.
Pickle sphincter. Oh, yeah.
He's fucking
Let
drinking
it drip down that beard of yours.
I cannot taste good.
Pretty strong stuff, huh?
Yeah, it is.
He's still looking at the
You
can. That
gotta
must
make
have
a noise
tasted.
while you drink it.
Like
Come on.
what?
Oh, like this.
No, dude, stop.
Oh, you gotta slurp it.
Santa baby, come on down my chimney tonight. I'm tight.
You're wearing me now.
I could just beat you up.
Check that motherfucker out.
What?
It's doing something. Why does this keep happening to me?
33 minutes. Okay, we're good. Why would it fucking do that?
I didn't even read that message. As soon as I saw the black screen, I just let you know.
That was to update the phone. Like, why
Oh
would it-
my God!
would
Interrupted
it
a
do
video
that?
for a
Yeah.
system update.
Yeah, for a system update that you can just hit remind me later, because I keep up with my shit.
Oh my Jesus!
So it's not like you haven't updated for fucking 5 years. It's
Yeah.
gonna shut down. Is that one fucking okay? The
Oh
other
wait a
one?
damn minute! No, I'm fucking around. It's
I know
good.
that one
It's good.
only has 100 gigs, so I'm trying to keep this like under an hour.
Yeah,
So
it's
only
alright.
lost 1 minute. I can just literally why I have 2 angles.
Okay, I'm sorry. You want to infrared?
Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Heck, you really scared me.
You weren't scared before.
Why don't you whip out that candy cane for me?
Dude.
Baby, jingle my balls.
All right, now it's getting way too crazy.
This is only
Did I
halfway
say
through the
balls?
video.
I meant bells.
They do get confusing.
What? Why is he
This
just
is good.
standing there with
I
him?
like this.
I was good talking with you.
Yeah. Little tuna juice.
What is it? Tuna juice?
Look at that. It's tuna juice. It's made for
He's
fishes,
genuinely
so
like, what the
humans can
fuck?
drink it too.
Oh no, he.
There it is. There it is.
How do I get one of these? I want one of these.
Infrabrand.com. Put any coconut oil in
I'm
this
gonna order
bad boy.
some. If that's on there,
You
I'm
can really
ordering
do
it.
that?
I don't know,
blobfish
but I'm
oil.
gonna try.
Coconut oil.
I would
Yeah,
fucking
Dolphin
love to
Dive
pull up to
High
the
Five.
function. You want some tuna juice or pickled sphincter?
I know you got a lot on your agenda this year, but if you have a moment,
Still have his hand?
Still
you
holding
should
on
pop
to it.
by the Walmart parking lot. Me, Kenneth, and the boys are playing a game of Hemorrhoid Hunters.
Yes.
The Walmart parking lot, right outside.
Well, I didn't see anybody out there but a couple guys up front.
No, it doesn't start till tonight. at
Damn,
7.
he's sharp.
We're renting the whole parking lot out.
Starts at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. You go all through the night. So, you,
Hemorrhoid Hunters.
comfortable with blindfolds.
To a point.
All right.
What?
Perfect.
What do you mean to a point?
We'll play.
What?
So what do we do?
You'll find out.
One of those, huh?
It's in the name.
It's like going into a dark room.
Yeah. 7 minutes in heaven. But it lasts a lot longer than 7 minutes.
Do I come back?
You may come on someone's back. I don't know.
Dude. I think he's just trying to see how far he can push
All right,
it.
well, maybe I'll see you at
Dude,
7 tonight.
Infrabrand is just riffing this shit
I'm
too.
gonna tell
It's
my
just like
therapist about this.
because he's feeding off what Santa here
Therapist,
says.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna believe it. I met Santa Claus today in the Walmart.
And it was only 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Right?
Dude, he.
I don't know what he was
What
doing.
a
in town.
sweetheart.
Shopping for toys.
Yeah.
I gotta get light for my elves.
Fuck. With all these Walmarts, the elves are gonna be out of a job soon. Real soon.
All right, man.
Alrighty.
Night at 7.
Dolphin Dive High Five.
All right, brother.
See you tonight at 7.
There it is.
I'll let you later.
Dude, leave.
Hate seeing you leave, but love watching you go. All right, bye-bye then.
All right, man.
Yep, take it easy.
Dude, he wants it.
I'll see you tonight at 7.
That was the
What?
most receptive person I've
Yeah,
ever.
he was pretty chill about it.
What
is it? It's in the name. Hemorrhoid Hunters.
He's just staring at him, just waiting for him to give him a description of what the fuck he's talking about.
I guess I'll see you at 7.
Back yet again from technical difficulties. All right, we're gonna start with the news segment that probably got cut off.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah. So we're back here in the brokeknocklife news studio.
everyone.
With some good news, everyone. At the top of the hour, Twitch reverses policy on artistic nudity after just 2 days. Artistic nudity was implemented into the guidelines recently after Twitch streamer Morgpie was banned for her topless streams. The community was pissed, so Twitch put artistic nudity in the guidelines. The Twitch CEO had no earthly idea how real an AI-generated image can be and how real other art can get, so the guidelines were rescinded after just 2 days.
And this is the quote that I found so fucking funny.
It's Cheryl Eddy, is that the CEO?
Yes.
Okay. CEO Cheryl Eddy was quoted as saying, "The company admits it didn't realize just how confusingly realistic AI-created images can really be."
No shit.
God damn. In local news, high-end tsunami restaurant Tsunami is set to open their second Baton Rouge location in early 2024. It will be located at the corner of Highland and Bluebonnet.
Love Tsunami. Edamame, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Edamame, bro.
Also, their edamames, obviously that's fantastical, but their tuna tataki appetizer, it's like $16, but holy fucking shit, it's so good.
I got some like alligator, like sushi.
Really?
There was like some alligator implemented in it. It was like Cajun something. Maybe it was a special they were having.
Oh, fuck.
Because I've only been to Tsunami once, and it was like on a date, and I fucking splurged. I was
Dude,
I'm
that's like the
getting this
best
shit.
place to go on a first date. Or
Oh,
a
yeah.
date, period. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I was balling out.
Okay, yeah, trying to get laid. All right.
It worked.
Yeah.
But anyway.
One of the greatest comedy series of all time, Curb Your Enthusiasm, is coming to an end after its 12th season. Even though Larry David said he would never write a proper ending after Seinfeld got mixed reviews for its finale, he's doing it, and it's going to be great.
100,000,000%. I love it.
Coming January of next year, which would be 2024, which is literally less than a week away.
Yes, yes.
A new piece to the One Piece anime universe is coming to Netflix. No shit, that's Oda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monsters, 103 Mercenaries Dragon Damnation by something Oda. It tells the tale of Ryuma, the legendary swordsman from Thriller Bark that reigned in the land of Wano. Also, the second season of One Piece live action is in the works. Cool, that's the one you were telling me about.
Yeah,
right?
so they're having like a new animation, like anime, and then they're coming out with the live action. Like they're on full fucking throttle right now,
Dude,
pumping
Oda,
out
man.
One Piece.
Oda's he's not fucking around. That son of a bitch.
He saw the success with because usually live action shit doesn't do well. The One Piece live action did amazingly well. Although I have like my discrepancies, I've already like talked about it. But other than that, it's probably one of, if not the best live action rendition of an anime that I've ever seen, or a cartoon. Because I mean, Dragon Ball Z, you can't say anything because that movie was like awful.
Wait, they had a live action for Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah,
I didn't even fucking know that.
Yep, it looks like a freshman year of high school like student film class,
Like a
did it.
project.
Yeah, and it was like the worst performing student theater majors that are doing it.
But we have high hopes for this.
High hopes.
Okay,
High hopes.
Sweet. So the second season of the One Piece live action series is in the works. That is so dope. So he's doing this tale of Ryuma.
Yeah, he's expanding on one of the characters that is really prevalent in the arc that they're currently in. So he's like making spin-offs. He's seeing the success out of all of it. And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep pumping this shit out. And the anime is still going. Like the story is still going since 1999.
Is it Ichiro?
Yeah,
Oda? Okay.
Ichiro Oda tells the tale.
All right.
Don't mind if I do, but but yeah, I just wanted to give you a little news break. We're gonna do that every single episode. It's just gonna be like a rapid fire thing. And now we're just gonna do a quick 3 Turkish snack not tier list.
We're gonna pull 3 random ass snacks from this Turkish box, which you guys might remember from the Thanksgiving episode.
Yes. Literally a month ago.
Yeah, and they're not expired. They've got several years left to go. So
They'll be all right. They'll be all right. They'll be all right to keep doing 3 until
I'm gonna
next
try
year.
to avoid the candies this time, if that's okay.
Yeah,
I drove home last time like this, dude.
Oh, no shit.
Ball of lead in my stomach. Is that fucking soda bottle candy? That
Dude,
thing
that
was just like
as soon as that like hit my stomach,
over with.
It was so
Over with.
nauseous.
Dude, it felt like, I know I described this to you already, but it felt like a fucking ball of lead just rotting in the bottom of my stomach. It was like heavy, like weighted down. It was like I just drank a fucking huge soda.
That's disgusting.
You know, I don't really drink soda ever unless it's got whiskey in it. So.
Yeah. That's what I used to drink Captain Morgan's and Coke Zero.
There you go.
That shit,
and everybody loves Crown and Coke, so I fuck with it, but you know.
Dude, Captain Morgan and Coke Zero tastes like vanilla Coke.
Yeah?
Straight up.
Oh,
trust me.
I follow this guy on TikTok that does that. People comment, they'll be like, mix this beer with this whiskey or whatever, and you'll get this thing. And this one guy suggested Captain Morgan and some other beer, and he said it would taste.
Or Dr. Pepper. Probably tastes like a Dr. Pepper
dude.
float or something
exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
Because it has like a vanilla. The Captain Morgan I get has just like a vanilla hint to it. Oh, shit. JP is meticulously picking.
Yeah, I'm not grabbing any candy.
Good. I don't want to be fucked up the rest of the day.
We didn't get to try this one last time, did we? We had the
No.
other crackers. All right, so we're going to start with that then.
So many choices.
I'm sorry, and I'm cool on the chocolate if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Let's just go no sweets this time.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, is most of them sweets?
Dude, there's a lot of fucking... It's like mostly candy. Oh, here we go. All right.
Holy shit. Bringing out the heavy artillery.
Let's start with this one, because I feel like this would be a good one. Okay. Once again, Yulker, which is like the manufacturer for most of this stuff. This is like the Nestle of Turkey, essentially.
Yeah,
that's what,
that's what it seems like.
I'm assuming that's a G, so we're trying GZ. This is just Ritz.
No shit. It's just like regular crackers?
Yeah, it's just like little cracker things, man. You dip it in some cheese or whatever the hell else, you know, some fucking...
I fuck with that packaging.
Sour cream or whatever. Let's see.
Those crackers look
dude, I gotta give
weird.
props. Okay, so there is no air.
That's what I'm saying,
It
man.
is packed to the fucking brim. They are not fucking around. When
I
you buy
fuck
a
with that
snack
shit.
there, they fucking give you snacks.
Fucking pack that shit to the brim like a can of fucking sardines.
All right, let's see if I can do this without breaking them. fucking drunk as piss.
Same. I'm 9 deep.
Oh yeah.
If I was 9 deep.
Look, it's me. It's a cracker. Here.
This looks like it'll taste good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has like a cookie taste to it.
Kind of has a sweetness to it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, but not overwhelming.
It's like sweet and salty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't read any of that. All right, that was pretty good. And another one filled to the fuck.
I'll fuck with that.
Okay. Euchre again. Hey, Life. Hey, Life.
Is that just those more crackers?
Yeah, more crackers.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say, dude. Like, we're just gonna try them. Fucking turkey. I need to go over there, man. I want to fuck some Istanbul bitches.
Istanbul bitches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very. This looks like it's a little bit more salty.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Kind of got like a Pop-Tart shell taste to it, you know what I mean?
That's very accurate. It's almost like something is in the middle, but there's not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Me neither. They are really packing in flavors and dry crackers and turkey.
Yeah, that's I don't know how I feel about that.
What are you gonna do with the rest of this shit? Like, this is a fucking monster thing of crackers.
I'm gonna just give it to Cameron.
Okay. Oh yeah, you think he'll eat it?
Somebody's gonna have to.
Blue. If we can find him.
Yeah,
he's probably like peeking out over that fucking whiteboard or something, just like, you guys done yet?
It's like, finish up the fucking episode.
That was crazy last time, how he walked underneath me and touched me and stuff. That was like, he rubbed against my ankle as he was walking by. That was crazy. Like,
Talking about last time he did that?
yeah, no, last time we sat here, yeah, he walked right past me, remember? And then you scooped his ass up. You're like, gotcha, you know, because he was.
And before I didn't realize before that he fucking rubbed up against you.
Yeah, dude, he came. Like, I think he thought I was you for a moment. Because he just walked right here and like was touching me, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's happening!" So I wasn't moving, and then he came in front of you and you picked him up, and I was like, "Okay."
Meow.
All right, so we have. Oh, this is a different brand. Etty pizza crackers.
I have high hopes.
Which this is the one I remember pointing out from last time. It's got onions, tomato, and pepperoni, or maybe jalapeno on the wrapper. So.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
see.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those pizza sticks.
Yeah, those are. Oh, that's right. That's right, because we had those last time too.
Yeah, that's really good.
And don't forget, you have this instant coffee in here. Do you drink coffee?
I was gonna give that to Cameron.
Oh, where there you
He drinks coffee like crazy.
Cameron does.
Turkey coffee. That last one definitely the favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
Number 1, pizza cracker. Number 2 was the first cracker that we did. Yeah, the green wrapper cracker.
Mm-hmm.
And then third, blue.
What is it
Blue
called?
cracker. Hey Leaf.
So number 1, pizza cracker for me as well. Number 2 for me as well is the Geezy, and then Hey Life.
Hey Leaf.
High Life.
High Life.
All right.
That's a very accurate taste description though. Pop-Tart.
Yeah, without the
endings.
frosting.
Yeah, without the
like
frosting.
just the edge. Yeah, it's
just the edges of it. It's like
what the fuck?
I know.
And no filling, by the way.
I don't want that.
No,
Sorry.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay, and then we're gonna do one more little segment until we have my brother lead us out with a live rendition of Paul McCartney's "Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time," and that's just gonna loop. You know what? I'm gonna just make it a black screen, and then I'm just gonna play it for another hour. So instead of the podcast just being 1 hour, it's gonna be 2 hours, an hour of a black screen of the same thing on a loop. I don't know, man. I don't get all the hate.
Slapped with copyright, dude.
I just been seeing this song get a lot of hate recently, and I mean, yeah, it's repetitive, but like it fucking sounds good.
That's repetitive.
That's what I've been seeing a lot of people.
Hey
just say
Jude. That's like the most repetitive Beatles song ever.
No, they're just talking about Christmas songs in general.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that
Oh,
one's
okay.
the most repetitive one.
Okay,
I
yeah,
just
there you
saw
go,
a bunch of discussions of different podcasters shit on it, man.
Or maybe War is Over. So this is Christmas. This was all after the Beatles split up. That was Paul McCartney. That was John Lennon.
Damn, you and Cameron would have hours of conversation.
I'm not like a huge fan of the Beatles, but I mean, I'm not a fan.
I mean, what you just like named a whole bunch of shit off the top of your head, so you know something.
I'm drunk.
That's what gives you your Beatles.
Yeah, my knowledge base.
retention.
Yeah,
powers.
how do you think I did radio for 9 years? I walked in that studio fucking plastered, and I was like, all right, Bill Evans, 1956.
Give me another beer.
yeah.
But we're gonna do that next. But first, I just wanted to get an answer from JP. The worst and best presents you've ever gotten. So I'm gonna list my top 3 best that I've gotten throughout the years, and then just like one that you weren't particularly thankful for, or really needed, or just felt annoying because they kept giving it to you every single year for about 10 years.
Okay.
So I'll name those.
Okay.
So for number 1, the Video Now portable video player. Do you remember that?
Absolutely. Like the little laptop looking thing?
No. It's like a little like portable handheld thing. It looks like a Game Boy. It has like a little screen, and then you have like a little disc that you put into the back.
Oh shit! Yeah. Wow, you just unlocked a core memory.
Yeah.
I never owned one.
And it
but
was
my older
black and
brother
white.
did. Yeah, my older brother had one of those. Daryl, shout
I
out.
was watching black and white SpongeBob on that Video Now shit, and that was the first year I realized that Santa wasn't real.
Oh well.
It was in this house.
Oh yeah.
In this house, that room over there, Cameron's room, was the present room. And then I was like really young. I specifically remember my Mimi and Papa would go to sleep at like fucking 7, 8 p.m. My grandma usually stayed up maybe till like 10 o'clock just reading and stuff. So I waited till after that, and then I army crawled up the stairs, which was really easy for me because the stairs matched my body because they're so fucking small. So I was just able to I had some traction, bro. And I kept fucking army crawling up, and I army crawled all the way across, just keeping as low as possible so my grandma wouldn't see me from that balcony right there. And then I crawled in there, and I saw the receipt for it. I saw the Video Now player still in the bag. I opened it up, closed it. I was like, bet. I wasn't like upset about it or anything.
Yeah,
So I don't
no.
know about any stories about people being upset. I kind of knew already, because it's just like it's kind of insane how one person hits every house.
What kind of shit is he smoking?
At the methed out Santa, bro.
Yeah, no, I had a similar experience with figuring it out. And of course, I was not upset either. I was like, look at all this cool shit I'm going to get tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all I was worried about. But yeah, that's number 1. Number 2 is the skimboard, the Exile fiberglass skimboard that I got. That was like $400 or $500. The first time I took it out to like really catch the waves was in Ship Island, and that's when I broke my ankle.
Word?
First 30 minutes of it. The ferry came every 2.5, 3 hours. First 30 minutes of that ferry dropping us off, it had already taken off. Twisted my ankle all the way back here trying to like catch a wave, and then fell face forward and had to wait for like 2 hours. They're like, oh,
agonizing pain.
We got some Advil. I'm like, bro, like my bone is broken, but there's a fracture, and they put me in those in that big inflatable wheelchair that they have at the beaches.
Oh yeah, so
you ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that was the only thing that they had. But like, I felt every single movement from that shit, just like bouncing. I'm just like, I was in full tears.
Fuck y'all,
full blooded. No, I wasn't even mad, bro. I was like at the point where it was so agonizing. I was just fucking crying. My ankle was just like fucking dangling.
How old were you for that?
15, 16, 17.
Oh, damn. So old enough so you remember
like
that pain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because like when you break a bone when you're like 10, 11, it kind of gets washed away in memory.
Nah.
My first bone break, I was 7. I don't really remember that shit.
Staying, like, keeping my foot up and just the agonizing fucking
Was it
throbbing
pulsing?
pain.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yes,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that's a good break.
physical therapy and everything. They said if I broke it earlier in life, because I broke the growth plate, like right here in the middle. They said if I broke it earlier in life that it wouldn't have healed correctly, and I'd be walking like a fucking pirate with a peg leg.
Okay.
I'd be fucking waddling
Glad you got that
Danny
out of the way
DeVito.
then. Like, got it out of the way when you did.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
earlier. Yeah, fuck, that's terrible.
Yeah, he told me that, and I was just like, oh, that's a drop of knowledge that you just said out of nowhere that could
lay
have
that
been
on me.
detrimental to
Yeah.
my entire life.
Yeah. I'll be fucking awkwardly the rest of my life.
And number 3 is probably my favorite one. It's the Nintendo Wii. Whenever that shit came out,
Okay.
bro, it's motion controlled. That had never been done before.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing these commercials about people doing fucking sword fighting and fucking bowling and baseball like on the TV. Yeah. First thing I got was Wii Sports.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. I fucking pimped out Wii bowling. I was like, G.
The fucking tennis, going up to the racks and then just doing this.
Tennis was good. That's right.
Just spamming that shit. But that's my top 3 in no particular order. Those are just 3 staples of my my Christmas childhood. And the number one worst gift that I used to get all the time from like someone in my mom's side of the family. I really don't even fucking remember who it is, but every year for probably like 10, 11, 12 years, just a thing of Lincoln Logs, like the same thing, over and over and over and over and over. And I'm just like, thanks.
You didn't fuck with Lincoln Logs as a kid?
I mean, for 10 years in a row, bro, like I got enough. Fuck. That's a lot of years
of cache of logs over here.
None of them were opened. I maybe opened the first one and I fucked with it. And I'm just like, you know what? I built this cabin.
I built this cabin.
That's it.
I just remember the little doors that you would put in place, the little plastic doors that you could push up and open.
I just made like fucking squares.
Yeah.
And just like put shit in it. Like little toys.
Word. Is that where you're hiding the rest of your Lincoln Logs inside the log cabin?
The other 9 years supply of Lincoln Logs cached in the fucking Lincoln Log container.
That's a crack up. I used to fuck with them things heavy though. Like when I was a kid, I would play with Lincoln Logs all the time.
Mine was Legos.
Oh, I fucked with Legos.
I religiously got into Lego Star Wars.
I used to collect Hot Wheels, bro.
Dude, Hot Wheels are the shit.
I was such a nerd. Well, still am, but just
Hot Wheels are amazing though. But you have any like best gifts that come to mind? Any top 3 and then like your worst gift?
Yeah, I do. Can it be something I bought myself?
100%.
Okay, cool.
All of it counts.
So the best gift I've ever gotten for Christmas, I bought myself. It was my first boat with a motor and a trailer, like my first actual motorboat.
Dude, I bet you fucking fiended that the next few months.
Dude, it was cold as piss balls. I didn't give a shit.
The first
time,
bet not, bro.
Dude, the first time we got that motor running was after the New Year because I had it for a while before I got the motor running. But like January 3rd or something, we went to the Intercoastal Canal in Port Island, which was the closest large body of water, so I could have plenty of room to like get a feel for the motherfucker. You know? It was 34 degrees.
Holy fuck! You had a wetsuit.
No, I was just like wrapped the hell up, and I had my old lady with me, my girlfriend at the time. She was in the front. She brought like 3 blankets and just like burrowed in the very front, below like the deck, so the wind was passing over.
What
her.
a trooper!
And I was in the back with like a face shield and like the tightest hat I could find, and a beanie on top of that. Like, yeah.
Y'all had fun though.
Fuck yeah, dude. We were hauling it because it was a 14-foot boat with a 25 horsepower outboard. So we were going like 30 miles an hour. We were fucking skating, dude. It was like, yeah, and a 14-foot boat, 30 miles an hour is quick. Okay.
I mean, 30 miles an hour, that's fucking, you're hauling ass.
Yeah, we didn't even get up to 30 in my boat.
No shit. What did we get up to?
27 maybe. Yeah, 25.
And
27.
that's like zooming towards the lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with the flow of the water.
That was top speed, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That piece of shit, it would only max out
No,
there.
I'm saying like at that point of our ride, was that the top speed?
Actually, the top speed we hit was most certainly on the way back when you were on the front, like sitting on the gas tank.
Oh, and whenever I was like,
remember I was screaming, "Oh shit, we just got over 4,100 RPMs." I've never had that.
Was that whenever I got the Spanish moss?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Dude, I still have that in the back of my car.
Good, dude. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. Let's see, but yeah. So number one best, bar none, is the fucking boat. The first one. Let's see. Other than that.
You can put Lincoln Logs on there.
No.
You're talking big game about them Lincoln Logs, not to put it on a top 3 list.
What was a good gift I got?
Few and far between.
Yeah, you know, the only reason I'm like having a difficult time is like I always spent Christmas with my dad, so like I'm having to reach back to when I was 16 and before to think.
Or any like events, like any places that y'all went on Christmas.
Oh shit, yeah. My first time ever in Mexico. We spent the entire Christmas break in Puerto Vallarta and Mexico City.
Damn, that's awesome. What the fuck?
I went to go see a bullfight in Mexico City. They just slaughtered 3 of them fucking things. That was pretty dope. Yeah, that was a good Christmas gift.
Yeah, that's a fucking Christmas gift. That's amazing.
12 days on the Pacific side of Mexico, and then we went into the mainland to see Mexico City bullfights, which it's a shame I wasn't tripping back then. That would have been a hell of a time to eat some acid.
That would have been
Go watch
insanity.
some bullfights. Let me see. After that would probably have oh, dude, a guitar. Yeah, whenever I got my Fender Stratocaster, my first own electric guitar that was mine, and I wasn't borrowing someone else's, was a candy apple red with a rosewood fretboard Fender Strat. It was, dude, it was my baby.
You ain't still got it?
No. And it was crazy too because it matched my drum kit. I had a candy apple red DW drum kit.
You styling the fuck out. Bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, after my dad passed, I had to sell all that stuff to help make ends meet. But
damn.
Yeah, worst gift ever, and it's still to this. I'm probably gonna go fucking get it today. Since birth, for some fucking reason, my mother always gets us, all of us, batteries.
What do you mean batteries?
Double A batteries, triple A batteries, just fucking gives us batteries, dude. And like, to be honest with you, yes, I can use them because I keep headlamps in the boat and in the truck so I can see what I'm doing. But like, batteries, man.
The only
you know
way.
What I'm saying? Like, I have so many fucking double A's at my house, and like,
right.
I only have 3 headlamps. You know,
you
I'm
don't
good.
play video games. The only reason why a parent would get their child
for the controller, right?
Yes, for the controller.
No, I don't.
Because my mom used to get that for me. Because I would I would be playing 8-10 hours. But dude,
I don't have
you
it.
don't
I
fucking
don't
play
have any
video
crazy
games.
use for them. Yeah, like unless I'm
What
working
are
on
you
my
gonna
truck
use
at night
batteries?
and I got to strap on the headlamp to see what I'm doing. That's really
Yeah,
it.
but how long are you using that one or those 2
Like
batteries?
an hour at a time.
Yeah. And how long does that battery last? Like fucking months, a year,
yeah, months,
maybe.
dude, a year, exactly. Yeah. So
You know, I got a cache of Lincoln Logs. You got a cache of fucking AA batteries.
dude, double and triple A's out the ass, son. And
Probably
for some
way more
reason,
AAA.
every now and then she throws in the 9-volt, which I don't even. All right, thanks, mom. Whatever. All right, yeah.
Have you ever used a 9-volt?
Yeah,
Like for flashlights.
For effects pedals for my guitar.
Oh, okay.
Like those distortion pedals and the wah-wah pedal, they take 9-volt batteries, yeah. Most of them do.
Yeah, it still seems like...
I don't
you're
have any of
just-
that shit anymore.
Yeah, you're just using batteries for like 2 specific avenues.
Like literally those 2, you know.
That last like a year.
And like, okay, maybe my wireless mouse at my house, okay, it takes 1 AAA battery that
every,
takes
like,
probably
6
2
months.
fucking years to go out. Like that thing never goes out.
Hey, you'll be stocked
And
forever.
I do prefer a wired mouse just for the lag, but whenever I'm at home, I mean, I'm just like fucking jerking off and watching movies on the computer. Like it's not like when I'm at work and fucking doing CAD designs and stuff.
Yeah.
Where I need a very responsive mouse with like quick DPI and stuff.
That's why I got that mouse.
Yeah, this thing is dope.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So this is
Morgan
keyboard.
recommended that.
It's
to
funny.
me.
This is a Razer keyboard. This is the same brand as the mouse that I have.
Oh no shit.
I got this badass. It's got 15 programmable buttons.
I need something like that. I need a programmable
A mouse, dude. It's so fucking dope.
One.
Like
Yeah.
all
I'll play
the
my
keyboard shortcuts-
MMORPGs and my editing.
Yeah,
God,
exactly,
man.
dude. And all the keyboard shortcuts I use at work, like we have to do shift for the rotation when you're in Autodesk and stuff. I got that on my mouse.
Bam.
So I just sit
bam.
back and do this. Fucking be designing an entire pump station like this.
Dude,
Somebody
and
bring
those
me a beer.
those shortcuts really make a hell of a difference with workflow, with time management, everything, bro. That shit adds up.
I know exactly when my deliverables will be delivered because of the Razer mouse. But yeah, so definitely, I guess my number 1 present that I bought myself was the boat. Number 2, and this isn't really any order of the last 2, but going to Mexico for 12 days with my older brothers and my father was pretty dope. I found out while we were on that trip years later after my dad passed away, I found out from my oldest brother, Jeremy, that one night while they were there, we were back, Thomas and I were the youngest, obviously. I was like 7 or 8. We were back at essentially it was an Airbnb, but they didn't have that back then, so we were just renting a house.
Yeah.
But we were back at the house sleeping alone at this house in Mexico.
That sounds yeah.
And my dad and his old lady and my 2 oldest brothers, they go out, hit the town because Puerto Vallarta is just beautiful, man. It's just a gorgeous city right there on the fucking Pacific Ocean. And they started smoking weed after they went out for dinner. And the same guy that sold them the weed had LSD. And they all started tripping. My dad and his old lady and his 2 oldest sons. And my oldest brother, Jeremy, fucking geeked out and got lost. Dude, he walked around the city all
so
fucking night. Like, they went back home. They went back to the place, crashed out, woke up the next morning, had a good breakfast and stuff. And at like 10 a.m. the next morning, Jeremy comes in, tired as piss balls, exhausted, hungry. He'd been walking in circles, tripping balls, waiting for the sun to come up and to come down a little so he could find his way back to the house we were staying at.
Dude, that is so dangerous.
Yeah.
God, man.
Apparently he had a good time though. Like everybody he ran into like was just like, "What's going on with you?" And he's like, "Nothing." You know.
You don't know anything.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then the guitar, man. My baby Strat. I called her Rose.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And
That's
then
awesome.
Fucking batteries.
Fucking batteries. So we got our worst is a cache of Lincoln Logs and a cache of batteries. And I think we both got some pretty top threes.
Yeah.
But
We're
gonna
about your skimboard fucking your shit up, but at least you bounced back and didn't let that deter you from keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't bounce back from wave skimboarding. I stopped doing that because it just wasn't really enjoyable to me.
Wait.
I would much rather flatland skimboard off of a wooden one.
Wave is what you're talking about, where they run out and catch the wave.
Yeah,
and
like the
come
little
back?
breaks. Like just get it and then cut back and then ride it, and then you can like go into it, cut into it, and then like keep riding that same thing until it like goes out. I just like finding shallow pools or like really low tide where everything's like chill and shit, and then just like it's like it's the equivalent of street skating versus vert, wave skimboarding versus flatland.
I love it.
Get
I'm more of a flatland guy myself. I do flatland BMX. Now, don't get me wrong, I jump stairs and do bar spins and shit, but I prefer like to just be on flat ground so I can do like cool little tricks and jumps and
I
stuff.
like taking my time with shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like know what I'm doing, you know. Don't get me wrong, I have been to the skate park in both my skateboard and my BMX. I've hit those ramps and dropped in and stuff, but that
Dropping
place
in
just
is
gets too
exhilarating.
fucking crowded, bro.
Yes, it does.
Like, I mean, the only time I can really go and be comfortable is at like 1 o'clock in the morning when half the lights are shut off, so you can barely see.
Yeah.
You know,
that shit does get fucking overcrowded as hell.
Dude, it's unbearable. Like, I've knocked into kids and felt so bad, but I mean, like, well, what
What am
I gonna do?
They're on their fucking scooter, like not looking at anything.
They're all on scooters, bro.
Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this podcast up with a sweet outro from my brother Cameron, the musical genius, who's gonna play his own rendition of a classic, holiday classic. And that's live instrumentation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's right here in front of me.
So if you can pull up Evernote for me real quick. I can't even see any of that. Yeah, good idea. But yeah, anyway, I was just gonna talk about our New Year's plans for the BKL Empire for the entire duration of next year, and that's JP had an idea. So for Valentine's Day, we're gonna get a whole bunch of hoes up in this bitch.
You gotta say it like that. I was thinking maybe some female friends come into the studio and
They could be.
Oh, okay, all right, whatever. They could be whatever they're, just, as long as the configuration of their 23rd chromosome is an X. We want to talk about best and worst Valentine's Day experiences, because I'm sure they have some great worst. Like, them hoes probably have some bad Valentine's Day experiences.
Dude, all the simps that probably go through their DMs, bro, I bet it's some cringe-worthy shit. And then, I just wanted to talk about, this is the first live music instrumentation event in the BKL Nation. I mean, besides Tides providing us with endless hit after hit every single podcast, this is live. And so the camera might be a little bit off, like some things might be off, but we're gonna continue to graduate and implement this live music at the end of every single podcast, along with the news segments. So we're trying to streamline this whole podcast to make it more enjoyable. Not as much lulls, just everything compacted into a big, great ball of debauchery. That's what I want the BKL 2024 Nation Empire podcast to sound like. What was the other shit I have on there? Oh yeah, more guests that I promise every single podcast. Cameron's the guest, so we have a guest.
We have a wonderful musical guest today.
Yeah, before the end of the year.
There is one more.
What is that one more?
We got to compare wieners.
Oh, dude, that should be the top priority.
Wiener.
Look, if I say wiener and you don't laugh,
some ain't right. Some ain't
just turn it off. Whatever you have turned on, turn off. And get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so we need more guests to compare wieners with. Preferably, we'd like to do that with the hose. Right?
It's going to turn into a Howard Stern fucking special at that point.
We all know Chris has got the biggest wiener ever. But I mean, it's fun to compare, whatever.
No, dude, I got a micropeen. I'm a micropeen enthusiast, bro.
World's largest micropenis right here.
I'll take that title. As big as a thumbtack, bro.
We're talking about dicks, and Cameron's over there just fucking melting faces.
Talking about the worst fucking debaucheryest shit. And then he's just like killing it on that bitch. But yeah, thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing. He's literally freestyling
That's all
right
him.
now.
Yeah, the song's over. Yeah, he's going.
And we're gonna have a full Cameron episode, full interview, a full song or two of his original shit, and I'll put his links in the bio. So go check his music out, and thank you so much for playing. I really do appreciate it.
We're gonna compare
A1. After we compare the dicks, the wieners.
Oh, listen.
Oh man, I can't even like focus on what I'm saying.
Dude, Cameron just
Like,
shit,
comment,
dude, awesome.
and subscribe. On that note, please. And that is the end.
Oh, beautiful, man. That was
That is the end of the Broke Knock Life episode number 113 with Cam Maurer, my brother, the musical genius, JP at the helm of debauchery, the co-host, and your host with the most, the biggest micro peen known to man. I'll take that title any day. Shove it in your face. All right, subscribe, comment, do all that, blah, blah, blah. Peace out. Happy Ladsmas. Y'all have great family endeavors.
Well, the rest of y'all to go ahead.
All right, later. Peace out. Boogie, boogie, boogie. All right.